Benny and Clara were cousins. Though both were beautiful and smart, yet were entirely different at heart. Benny was kind at heart, while Clara was a snob. Benny always treated people with respect and care, while Clara did the opposite. As a result, everyone loved and appreciated Benny, and Clara hated her out of jealousy. One day, both of them went to a school picnic. Benny got lost in the woods. She wandered for some time and came across a strange house. She went in and found that the house belonged to some dwarves. The dwarves welcomed her. Benny told them that she was lost and wanted to find her friends. The dwarves promised to help her if she agreed to spend a day with them and do what they asked her to do. Benny had no choice but to agree. The eldest dwarf commanded her to cook dinner for all. Benny complied. She cooked a tasty dinner and served all gladly. The next morning, the second dwarf asked Benny to help him clean the house. Again, Benny complied gladly. As she finished cleaning, she saw the third dwarf yelling at birds for eating away the corn that he had planted. Benny went to him and asked him politely to calm down. Then she did all the funny things she knew to scare away the birds. The fourth dwarf was watching her shoo away the birds. He had a hearty laugh, and Benny, too, joined in the laughter sportingly. All the dwarves were happy with the respect and care that she had treated them with. They gifted her a bag full of jewels. Next, within a fraction of a second, she found her amidst her friends and Clara. Everyone was glad to see her back. "Where have you been?" Benny told her about her experience with the dwarves and how, in return of spending a day with them, she was gifted a bag full of jewels. Clara grew even more jealous of Benny. She asked her to show her the place where she got lost. Benny did so, and before she could explain further, Clara went running in the woods. Soon, Clara found herself standing in front of the same house. She entered the house without permission and with a haughty attitude. She saw all the four dwarves there. "I've lost my way in the woods. I'll spend a day with you, and when I leave, you'll have to give me a bigger bag of jewels, bigger than the one you gave Benny." None of the four dwarves liked her, but they let her stay. The eldest one asked her to cook dinner. "Oh, do I look like a servant?" The next morning, the second dwarf asked her to help him clean the house. "I don't do dirty jobs." Later in the day, Clara was taking an afternoon nap, which was disturbed suddenly by the yelling of the third dwarf, who was shouting angrily at the birds. Clara came out and started shouting at him. Seeing this, the fourth dwarf set up a scarecrow to shoo off the birds. On seeing the scarecrow, she mocked at it. When asked not to, she also made fun of the short height of the dwarves. "You are a very disrespectful girl." Now it was time for her to leave. The dwarves were very much upset with her. Within a fraction of a second, she found herself amidst her friends and Benny. Clara realized that she was in rags, had an ugly face with scars all over, and was carrying a bag full of stones. All the kids made fun of her. Later, Benny explained to her that all this had happened because of the disrespectful treatment that she had given to the dwarves. The realization changed Clara's nature.